religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Quote Napoleon, 1769 through 1821. I had learned about that quote a while back. Just recently reread that, and the example that I think of the most is Mexico. I think these corrupt politicians and cartels are in charge because the Mexicans outnumber the bad guys by the millions. I think, but also I don't really even think that it's because of God that they don't stand up. It's because they're cowards. And they know, some people will say, well, why don't you go over there and fight? Remember the times that I've been outmanned and outgunned, and I held my ground. And I could have easily given up, walked away, turned into a little meatball and just be like, no, don't hurt me. Dr. Mireles Morales. One of the founders of the Autodefensas in Mexico was in prison. I think he's been released. But man, what a brave man. What a brave man. Think of other people that I ran into that. I believe in God. Don't you believe in God? And don't give a fuck about sinning. I'm not religious at all, but in the sin book, I am far lower in the number of acts than the believers, than many believers that I know or have met. But I also think people believe that, I'll be in heaven. There's no need to stress out over it. We're all going to heaven. Imagine if I conned you into believing that. Hey, buddy, give me your land, give me your property, give me your wife, give me your children, give me your dignity. Well, don't worry about it. It's for the good. It's for my good, you know. You'll be rewarded in heaven. But people are people. And I do believe that someone has to be on top. Someone does have to be in control of the bus, driving the bus. Because if not, we get... and they need to be checked, because in the past when we haven't, and we've let emotion or Big Brother or put complete trust in the government, and we've had Stalin, Lenin, Mao, what's his name, Ho Chi Minh, George W. Bush, Obama continuing his work, Bush's work. But I think war is something that should be put off at the end. Put off at the end. Man, how many threats are out there in the world right now? Who benefits from it? Remember when the leader of the, I think it's called the LRA, the Lord's Resistance Army, Coney or Kofi, what was his name? Where people believed, sharing his name on Facebook and face, that he would feel threatened. Oh no, they found out who I was. They hate the guy. It does nothing to them. But I think a prayer, a Facebook like, a comment to share is what makes a lot of cowards or the lazy fucks feel good. I've suggested to people that don't like war. Don't like blood diamonds, uses of metals from slave labor, to even bananas. Bananas were I forget what group they were funding in South America. Chocolate was once, I think it still is actually, raised, or cocoa beans are gathered by actual slaves that are still alive today, that are still happening today. And the most effective thing one can do is simply lower the demand for these things. I think I've become much more of a, what some people would call a boring person, because I consume less. And I think if more of us simply help to create businesses that had products and services made as much of it as local as possible, local within your own city. the demand for outsourcing would be in a lesser demand. But no matter what, people who are in charge of these companies will get big enough and will want to know, especially if you take on investors. How can we stretch out our dollar, increase our margins, lower cost? And they'll seek the answers overseas. Because even right now, with my cost of shirts going up, just so people can get paid more, it'd be easier for me to just print them in another state, go for a drive, and go pick them up. And I've even seen some silk screening be done at even at 20% of my cost overseas. And that's a I don't know if that really is a dilemma, because I think why should someone else get paid more if they also have the opportunity to enter the market? This YouTube channel, it's no fucking miracle channel. It doesn't say men only, Latinos only, non-white only, Republicans only, Democrats only, college graduates only. It doesn't. And to reward motherfuckers that simply just want to blaze up. Yeah, I don't want to get paid, man. I don't want to. Oh, it's Friday. What's the clock say? What's the clock say? Gotta get out of here. Traffic. Reward motherfuckers like that? Fuck that. And one could get really stressed out on to attempting to please everyone. And that's impossible, to please everyone. But I think mentioning not only our potential, but also mentioning what's our fault, what we are responsible, what effect we have in the world. Because some motherfucker could say, again, it's as simple as this. It's as simple as this fucking pencil here. Yeah, man, all I do is I'm just an artist, man, you know. I don't do no bad to the world. Wood, paint, golden paint, and the lead, the color. And I don't know what that's made of, but I'm pretty sure there's no magical tree that just tips over and dies and says, alright, use me up now. With colored pencils. And instead there are markets that the demand factories be built. Men go out and gather the wood, who put on work boots, have chainsaws or other heavy duty material, weaponry, machinery to cut these trees down. And that's just from a pencil, man. And I think we get so caught up in the, oh, look at my cute drawing. Well, hopefully I get an A in the class, you know, because if I get an A, well, then that means I'm good. And if I'm good, that means I can get the job somewhere, and I could put that on the resume. And, you know, the resume is everything. but there's a well, there is a cost for a comfort. I remember walking by the freeway and thinking it is that it's convenient to have roads, paved roads, structures that will allow me to go from place to place. But walking by it, and especially with traffic in Los Angeles now, going into the wall of smog. I'm pretty sure that's not healthy. I'm trying to think if I do this here. This way, over here. Want to figure that out? We'll just color this in over here. Make things look simpler. And I was discussing with somebody else recently on people that choose not to put out 1,000%. And all this bitching and whining you hear, and I say, man, with machinery being designed and built to even to eliminate drivers. I believe Elon Musk is trying to well, he's not trying, he has in the works the creation of a fleet of drivers for both taxi and transportation, and I'm pretty sure other things. And imagine all the drivers that would be put out of business for that. I find that interesting. And I guess what has stunned me pretty good lately is that it's the year 2017. Not being the only person in the world to the internet, which has answers to many to much curiosity, and somehow people feel disempowered, limited, and I don't get that, man. So back to religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Someone at the top. Because to me, I'm thinking, who's the fucking Lex Luthor, the evil mind that said, I got an idea. Let's make these Kardashian whores the leaders. Role models. Now the beautiful thing about that is that it's capitalism, that people have a choice to say, you know what, I want to watch that shit or I don't want to watch that shit. But the scary part is that I don't know the exact ratings on it, but I'm thinking that by the millions people said, oh my god, look at that. You're so cute together, so wonderful. I want to show my tits and ass so that I can get famous. What should I read? What should I study? College, whatever. Blaze up. But somebody somewhere cooked up these Kardashian whore formula. I think one should ask, why. What would be the purpose of that? The effects, the profits, long-term and short-term effects, and what it affects.